So, good day, everybody. My name is Comrade Daniel. Today, I want to talk about organophosphate esters. I want to talk about organophosphate esters used as fire retardants and plasticizers. Uh, Before I proceed, what are fire retardants? Fire retardants are synthetic chemical additives that are used to prevent the ignition of fire or to stop its spread, to stop the continuous combustion of fire in our materials that we use in our in life, like we use in our homes, materials like furnitures, materials like mattresses, like foams, like handsets, like that is phones, television sets, uh, and many other materials. Manufacturers all over the world deem it fit to use fire retardants, to include fire retardants on these finished products to meet up with the International Anti-Fire Agency for the protection of products and human lives. You understand, because we know the damages that fire can cause in our skin, to our skin. So this is why the International Anti-Fire Agency recommend that manufacturers should include fire retardants in their products to reduce the flammability or even prevent the start of fire. So over the years, before now, the fire retardant that's being used is the polybrominated diphenyl ethers as fire retardants. We have different types. We have the brominated fire retardant. We have the penta. We have the hexa. But this fire retardants was phased out in the year 1970 by the Environmental Protection Agency, United States of America, and the Stockholm Convention. Why? They were phased out because of their biopersistent nature and bioaccumulative. And it was also found out that these chemicals have the tendency to travel from one medium to another. What do I mean by medium? I mean from the air to the dust, from the dust to the water, then to the soil, and then biota. And these compounds are also carcinogenic in nature. That means they have the tendency of causing cancer in our skin. That is dermal cancer. They also have the tendency of causing some internal cancer. Apart from this, they are also responsible for many diseases. Something like neurological dysfunction, that is brain dysfunction, especially in children, because they are most vulnerable to this, to contact of these synthetic chemical additives due to their hand-to-mouth movement. You understand? Then, apart from the neurological dysfunction, we also have, apart from neurological dysfunction and carcinogenic dysfunction, we also have it is also written that these fire retardants can also cause DNA alteration, can alter your DNA and cause other dermal diseases and a lot of other diseases that I cannot mention here right now. So in the year 1970, the polybrominated diphenyl ethers were phased out, but after the phased out, manufacturers quickly replaced the polybrominated diphenyl ethers fire retardants with organophosphate fire retardants esters. Organophosphate fire retardants esters, and they use them as not only as fire retardants but also as plasticizers and for other reasons. So they are used by companies such as plastic company, electronics company, mattress production, polyurethane foams, polyvinyl chloride company, PVC companies, and many other companies. They also use diodes in most of our gadgets that we use. They are used as they are using this most of our phone packs, the backs of our phones, our televisions, our laptops. They are used in production. They are used in production of tires, motorcycle tires, They are also used in production of furniture, especially motorcycle seats, furniture that we use in our homes, mattresses, bed frames, upholsteries, uh, many materials that we use. How can we contact these esters? We can contact these esters through ingestion and dermal contact. Ingestion, so we can eat it unknowingly, and we can also contact it through dust inhalation, that is breathing, the breathing of dust unknowing to us. How do these things get released into the environment if they are actually added as raw materials, added to products? Why? This is how they get to the environment. Number one, remember I said they are synthetic chemical additives. What are synthetic chemical additives? They are not chemically bonded to the material which they are added to. They are only physically bonded, so they can be easily released through one, through volatilization. These fire retardants, their vapor points, vapor pressure is very, very, very high, some of them, so they are quickly released through volatilization. They are also released through leaching processes, and they are also released through abrasion, scraping, that is abrasion. If your hand mistakenly or any material mistakenly scrapes these products, they will be released and you will not know, and they may be released to the indoor environment as dust, and from there they can begin to migrate and travel from one medium to another. From dust they can migrate into the air, from the air they can migrate to the water, from water they can migrate to the soil. Understand? And this pose a serious uh, ecological risk to our ecosystem and our environment in general. So, and like I said, this thing can be as dust. You will not know. You come into your indoor environment, you will feel safe and relaxed, and then before you know it, you begin to inhale dust without you knowing. This dust, if you wash your clothes that are dusty, you empty the water into the soil. You are endangering the surface of the soil, and the microbes in the soil, and the plants in the soil, and also the soil animals without you knowing, and the rest of them which could not actually absorb through the sorption process, that is the partition absorption process. Those that we absorbed will affect the plants in the soil and the soil animals, such as the earthworms, and those that and they can also affect the soil microbes, and those that could not be absorbed into the soil. That's those that actually undergo the absorption. Those that are still in the surface of the soil. Those one can be volatilized. They will, they will undergo volatilization, and then they will be transformed into the clouds, into the air, and from there through rain, all this rainfall, through rainfall they can also be washed down into the river, and from there, from the river, they can also, that is just how they transform from one media to another. This poses a serious threat to both our aquatic system, our indoor environment, our outdoor environment, our soil environment. So now, why am I saying all this? Most of us do not know what we are doing. You will just quickly go and import products from China, from UK, from London, from different countries without even checking all these things. Some of it's supposed to be that a chemist should be at the border of a country to check up all these products that is being brought into the country, to remove the ones which are having fire retardants in it. Even this newly replaced substituted fire retardant, the organophosphate fire esters fire retardant that were used to substitute the polybrominated diphenyl ethers, they also have potential risk of almost the same thing with the polybrominated diphenyl ethers. What do I mean? Most of them are very, very, very much carcinogenic. For example, is the tris 2-chloro uh, 2-chloro 1-ethyl phosphates. That is the TCEP. It is called TCEP, tris 2-chloro 1-ethyl phosphate. It is highly carcinogenic. It causes cancer to the body. Now, most of most of those firefighters that that their job is firefighting, go and check the causes of most of their deaths. Most of them died because of cancer. What leads to this cancer? It is because the fire extinguisher and the firefighting uh, chemicals that is being used contains this organophosphate or the polybrominated, which have high carcinogenic value, and this is how they contacted cancer and died of cancer. Without people actually knowing. So to safeguard our environment, number one, we have to be enlightened of what is going on, and number two, we have to make sure we ban most of these fire retardants. And if there's going to be need for fire retardants in the future, it should be thoroughly observed and researched. All the health related issues regarding the fire retardants should be well checked before it should be released and be allowed to be used. The Stockholm Convention and the Environmental Protection Agency should begin to do their research and then quickly ban these organophosphate fire retardants. You understand? Because as it stands now, the production and the use of polybrominated diphenyl ethers have actually exceeded the organophosphate, it actually exceeded the polybrominated, and it is on the high side. And if we continue to live like this, it's not going to be funny what this thing is going to cost our ecosystem. And that is, we are living in a world as if we are safe, but but indirectly we are unsafe, and we are actually causing bringing things that can take off